A long time ago, there was a beautiful place in the hills of Punjab. From there, you could see the tall mountains of Kashmir. Among those hills, there was a small village named Willowbrook. Because it was a hilly area, the houses were far apart. There were hardly 40 houses in the whole village. In that village lived a barber named Rowan. He was a good, simple, and God-fearing man. People respected him a lot because of his honesty and kind nature. God had blessed him with 3 children, and his wife was also very kind and wise. Rowan was still young when a great sorrow came into his life. His wife fell ill during the winter. The village healer tried to cure her, but nothing worked. Before Rowan could take her to the hospital, she passed away. Rowan's world turned upside down. His children were still small. The eldest was only 12 years old. Now, Rowan had to take care of the house and also go out to earn money. The villagers advised him to marry again, but Rowan refused. He worked very hard, but he could earn just enough for 2 meals a day. The villagers helped him for some time, but that could not continue forever. Rowan thought, there are only a few houses in this village. Not everyone needs a haircut or shave every day. Why don't I try working in another village? There was another village about 6 miles away down the hill. To reach it, Rowan had to walk through a jungle and cross a small, shallow river. It was hard work, but he decided to try. Every morning, he would wake up early, cook food, feed his children, and tell them to stay inside the house. He would ask a few nearby neighbors to keep an eye on them. Then, carrying his bag of tools, he would leave for the other village through the forest path. His hard work soon paid off. His income improved, though the daily travel was tiring. After a few months, he got used to it. One evening, after finishing his work in the other village, Rowan was walking home. When he crossed the river and entered the forest path, he suddenly saw something strange. On a tree branch ahead, there was a beautiful young woman sitting quietly. She was looking at him with soft, loving eyes. Rowan was shocked and a little scared. He started walking faster, but then a deep voice called out behind him, "Rowan, stop!" Though frightened, Rowan stopped. The woman jumped down lightly from the tree and came toward him. "Who are you?" Rowan asked nervously. "And what do you want?" The woman smiled and said, "My name is Catherine. I live in a place called Flower Town." Rowan frowned. "There is no village by that name around here. I know every nearby village." She smiled again and said, "The village is here, but you don't know it yet." Rowan said quickly, "I don't have time for this. My children are waiting for me. I must go." He walked away, went home, cooked food, fed his children, and slept. He didn't think much about what had happened. For the next 2 or 3 days, he didn't see the woman again. But on the 5th day, as he passed the same place at dusk, there she was again. Catherine. In the lantern light, she looked even more mysterious. Rowan felt uneasy. "What do you want from me?" he asked. "Why do you come here at this hour? Don't your family stop you from roaming around?" She laughed softly. "Who can stop me, Rowan?" "Then your family must be careless," he said. "I told you," she replied. "No one can stop me. I like you, Rowan. I've been watching you pass this way for the last 2 months. The first time I saw you, I couldn't take my eyes off you." Rowan said, "I have 3 children. I don't have time for such talk." Catherine smiled. "Rowan, I know everything about you. Tell me, will you marry me?" Rowan was stunned. "I don't even know you. I can hardly feed my children. Marriage is impossible for me now." She said gently, Rowan, if you marry me, your life will change. You and your children will never suffer again." Rowan laughed. "What, do you have Aladdin's lamp or something?" "Think about it," she said calmly. "I'll meet you here again." And with that, she disappeared into the trees. The next day, she met him again at the same place and asked, "Rowan, have you thought about my offer?" Rowan replied, "What do you even see in me? You know I have 3 children, and your family. Will they agree?" She said firmly, "Forget all that. Just answer. Will you marry me or not?" "No," said Rowan. She looked at him sadly. "Think again, Rowan. You still have time." Then she vanished once more. Rowan couldn't stop thinking about her. He felt restless. In the village where he worked, there was an old wise man. Rowan told him everything. The old man frowned and said, "I've never heard of any flower town. Rowan, if you meet her again, talk to her, but watch her eyes. See if she blinks. Also, look at her feet carefully." "Why?" Rowan asked. "Do it," said the old man. "Come to me tomorrow and tell me what you saw." That evening, Rowan went home through the same path, and there she was, Catherine sitting on the tree branch, smiling. "You're late today," she said sweetly. "Yes, work took longer," Rowan replied, pretending to be calm. He stared at her eyes. They were bright, shining strangely, and she never blinked. His heart pounded in fear. He tried to see her feet, but her long dress covered them. Then he said suddenly, "I brought you anklets today." Excited, Catherine lifted her dress slightly and said, "Oh, really? Let me see them." Rowan was shocked when he saw that her feet were turned backward. Frightened, he said to Catherine, "I think I left it back at the shop. I'll bring it tomorrow." Saying this, Rowan quickly left that place. As soon as morning came, he went straight to the old man and told him everything. The old man sighed and said, "It happened exactly as I feared. She is not an ordinary woman, Rowan. She's a spirit, and she lives in the flower town. Now she won't let you go so easily." Worried, Rowan asked, "Then what should I do now?" The old man replied, "You must find a way to cut a small lock of her hair, just a few strands. Then place them in a clay pot and bury it deep in the ground. Once you do that, she will come under your control, and she won't be able to harm you anymore." When Rowan was returning home that night, Catherine said softly, "Where are my anklets?" Rowan took the anklets out of his bag and at the same time carefully hid his razor so Catherine wouldn't see it. As he knelt down to tie the anklets around her feet, Catherine leaned forward, lifting her gown slightly. And when she bent down, he quickly snipped off a lock of her hair with his razor. Catherine screamed loudly and changed her form. Her face became dark and terrible. "You betrayed me, Rowan," she cried. "You used my love against me. I would have been yours forever, but you cut my hair." Rowan stepped back in fear and said, "First tell me who you really are." She sighed and slowly returned to her beautiful form. "My name is Catherine," she said quietly. "I belong to Flower Town, but not the one you know. Our world is different. I came here by mistake. When I saw you, I fell in love. Now that you've cut my hair, I'm your servant. Tell me what I can do for you." Rowan said, "I'm not afraid of you anymore. You can come to my house, but you must never show your real form in front of my children or anyone else. No one should ever see your feet." Catherine nodded. "I agree. Even if you hadn't cut my hair, I would have obeyed you. I just wanted to be with you." So Rowan took her home. His eldest daughter asked, "Father, who is this lady?" Rowan said, "This is your new mother." The children were happy to have a mother again. That day, when Rowan started cooking, Catherine stopped him and said, "From today, you don't have to cook. I will take care of everything." And she kept her word. The house became clean, the children were well fed, and their clothes were always neat. The villagers were surprised. How could this poor Barber suddenly live so well? The truth was, Catherine was invisible to others. Only Rowan and his children could see her. But deep inside, Catherine often felt sad. Because of her cut hair, she could never return to her own world again. Rowan had hidden her hair in a clay pot and buried it near a wall in the house. Years passed. The children grew up. People in the village began asking them, "Who takes care of you? Who keeps your house so clean?" The children innocently said, "Our mother does." The villagers were shocked. "But your mother died years ago." One day, a neighbor woman secretly peeked into Rowan's house, and she saw Catherine. She was cutting vegetables, with her feet turned backward. The neighbor fainted in fear. When she woke up, she told her husband everything. At first, he didn't believe her, but after seeing Catherine himself, he was terrified too. Soon, the whole village started gossiping. Everyone called Rowan's house the ghost's house. When Rowan heard the rumors, he rushed home and said, "Catherine, I told you never to let anyone see you like that." Catherine said sadly, "I didn't mean to. I've served you and your children for years. Please, let me go now." But Rowan refused. He was used to her doing all the work. Why would he set her free? One day, Rowan's youngest son was playing near the wall where the pot was buried. He began digging and found the clay pot. Catherine came there to give him food and saw the pot. The boy said, "Look, Mother, what's inside this pot?" When Catherine opened it, she found her cut hair inside. She immediately threw it into the fire. At once, she was free. That evening, when Rowan came home, Catherine said softly, "Rowan, I must go now." That evening, when Rowan came home, Catherine said softly, "Rowan, I must go now. My people are waiting for me. Your children are grown and my time here is over. If I stay and you die someday, I'll be trapped in this house forever." Rowan's eyes filled with tears. "No, don't leave," he said. Catherine smiled sadly. "You couldn't protect my hair. I am free now. But before I go, I'll leave something for you, because I truly loved you." Then she disappeared. Rowan cried all night. When he searched for the pot again, he found it filled with gold coins. Though he became rich, he could never wash away the name people gave him. The man from the ghost's house. No one believed his side of the story. So he finally left the village and went to the city with his children, where he lived peacefully for the rest of his life. If you enjoy this story, please like my video. And please subscribe my channel for my support.